Oh, yeah. Well, we are partnering with the Pentecostal Church of God, who has a compound or a property in Port-au-Prince. It's a 5-acre property. Back in the heyday, we had a college school that, it was a Bible college basically, where we trained up ministers and sent them out all over the country there. It's kind of been dilapidated after we lost a missionary that was there for several years, and we haven't filled that position. They have not filled that position yet. So our church, we started going down there, and we kind of just, got a burden for that particular area. So we've been making these trips since 2010 to rebuild that area. As we were going to these different locations of churches and repairing them. But we decided to take the last couple years and maybe a couple years more to reestablish that kind of home base point down there, to get it all going and get it functional, so we can start launching more missionaries into the outlying areas. So what we're doing now is we repaired and have a fully functional schoolhouse there that's overflowing. So there was another building that was used as a school at one time. The earthquake destroyed the roof and dilapidated and all that. So we are going to repair that roof and fix that back up, and have another building adjacent to the schoolhouse now that you can house more kids and get another teacher there and all that. We have a few more projects in the future. We have a dormitory that needs repair to get it going, and then actually 2 dormitories that we're going to get going, and there's a missionary house that we're going to do some small things, some painting, some plumbing, some electrical work, and get it up to. It's part of the Pentecostal Church of God, the property. And John Kincaid, who is our associate pastor, his name's Virgil Kincaid. Virgil is the world missions director for the Pentecostal Church of God. So he has a good connection to all these things, and he kind of knows who needs what, and so on and so forth. And I think the future it's been kind of going more towards Africa and more towards Europe the last few years, and Haiti's kind of gotten, I don't want to say forgotten about, but it's been put lower on the list. But for some reason, I guess probably because we were going, our church kind of adopted the country, and there's 2 or 3 churches in the nation that focus solely on this one area. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have 4. We're taking 4 police officers this time. Myself, Major Carter, Lieutenant Josh Mitchell, and Sergeant Ryan Clark. And we're going to go down for a week. We're taking also, in addition to that, 6 other individuals from the church. Four other men and 2 women are going this time. So we're going to go down there and stay at the missionary house and try to get that roof put on. And we've got a couple other little projects hopefully we can get to. We're going to go April the 25th. And we're going to stay. That's Saturday, and then we're going to stay through the fall. Very poor country, 80% unemployment. There's just no jobs down there whatsoever. A lot of the aid that came in, to be honest with you, I've seen some positive things. I've seen some new streets, street lights, some micro loans to businesses. Cell phones are huge now, which back in 2010 you could hardly even find one, and now they're everywhere. So there is some investment going in, but it's still very, very, very poor country. So. In the 70s, 80s, we were doing this Bible college, and we were just training people in just the ministry, and then trying to go make them live on their own or live on the congregation's salary. The new goal, I think, now is to we want to get them in school, get them in secondary school, and the end goal would be to do a trade school slash, welding or auto mechanic. We'd like to even graduate them into a training center for that, and tell them about the gospel and as well, but also give them an opportunity or ability to provide for their families and all that too. We think that's just as important as sending them out to be a preacher and live off the congregation's salary. We all pay our own way. We're figuring about $850 per person. The total project, we think, not counting the transportation, is about $5,000 by the time we get the metal and the roof and the block laying and fencing and all that kind of good stuff. So, it's realistically, it could be a $10,000 project total. The Pentecostal Church of God is going to pay the materials for all that, but we're hopefully some of the fundraising that we're doing will pay, help offset some of the costs of the travel, and also to chip away at any other projects that we could come up with while we're there. They give it to the Life Christian Center, 721 Princeton Road, and it's fully, you can claim it on your taxes. We give you a tax receipt for it, and to make sure that you can designate it, and by law we have to use those donations how people want them used, and that's our church is very transparent. We have a board that oversees. We actually have two boards. We have one set of trustees or deacons, if you will, who oversee the business side of it, and we have a board of elders who do the business / spiritual side of church. So it's a triple checked. Make sure everything's supposed to go where it's going to go, and and the assistant pastor, our associate pastor, Pastor John, he'll be actually one of them that's going down there. But we're selling stuff off the grill every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We've done it for 3 weeks. We're going to do it for 2 more weeks, and all the proceeds go to the Haiti trip. We've had business owners that just come in and write us a check, say, "Hey, I saw your that you were all were going to Haiti. I can't go. I'm not able, but I want to help you guys go." So it's been amazing to pour out support from the community. You can give your money to missions and church and all that, but it doesn't have that same impact as when you see it. And we'd love to take people along with us, and we start planning it right after Christmas, first of the year, and we start talking about what we're going to do and all that. So we start locking dates in by January usually. So in the November, well, just any time in the future, anybody that comes to church or just come by there and say, "Hey, I'm interested in this. Give me a call when you guys are planning again," and we'll put your name down for sure. Sunday school starts at 9:30. Church starts at 10:30 on Sunday, and then Wednesday we have Bible study, great kids ministry on Wednesday. We have we have a couple hundred kids that attend. We have a great unique program that our ministers wrote the curriculum for, and we have a level building that these students do where they learn books of the Bible, they learn major minor prophets, they learn all these different categories, and it's amazing how much that they retain by the time, or how much they have to learn until they start at, it's a medieval theme, and they start out as peasant, and then they go to knave, and then they go to squire, and then they go to armor bearer, and then they go to prince or princess, and each one of these levels they have a multitude of stuff they have to study and learn. So it's a great program for the children, which works as a good feeder program into the church, and that's our heavy ministry on Wednesday. But we have a regular service on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. One of the other things we started about a year ago is that we do every other Friday night prayer service. We do nothing but we have an hour of prayer. We encourage people to come out, whether 10 minutes or an hour, whatever they want to do. And Pastor John will play the piano, and we'll just be a good quiet time to pray and reflect and pray for revival in the churches in the area, and it really means a lot to a lot of people.